All right, Nation, really appreciate you all. My name is Law Nation, L-A-W Nation. We're going to talk a little bit about validation for the nation. Validation is only good for parking. I want people to understand that. I'm hearing so many people going back and forth with, hey, should Jason Garrett get some of this credit for this win? Now, some of the credit you can say, yeah. But if you're looking for credit right now, come on. It's too long and too of a season to look for the credit when we have yet to hit our goals. And you're looking for validation. Don't do that. I do know that Deion Sanders had a wonderful tweet of saying that, hey, Jason Garrett gets all of the blame when we lose and get none of the credit when we win. I'm still looking for people to credit Barry Switzer for winning that 1995 Super Bowl. You see, it can't go both ways, right? But here's the thing, and this is not me poking fun at Deion Primetime Sanders, because trust me, I love his wonderful words and his passion for the game, and one can argue one of the best at it, especially playing at that CB, cornerback role, So we got to look at it from these parameters, right? This team got a long way to go. There's plenty of football to go. Even though we are 7-7, we got a pivotal game coming up this weekend. And we got to find ways to win this game. Now, I'm the type of person to believe that, yes, when you are in a race, this is more of a marathon, not a sprint. This is a journey. Everybody knows that by now, that when you're in a race, you can look back and say, yes, I failed at this moment, but I need to understand where did I fail at this moment so that I can come around this same situation again and be prepared for it. That's all I'm saying. It's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. This team got to understand and stay focused. Don't listen to the outside noise, including me, if they ever listen to me, right? Including the people that talk and put these opinions out there. Remember this, those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. At the end of the day, this team is 7-7. They have to look themselves in their eyes and say, okay, let's figure out ways to get this win, because we put ourselves with self-inflicted wounds to be at 7-7, but we still have the opportunity to meet this opposition right in their faces and meet adversity as well and say, we are not done with this battle. We still got life, we still got breath in our body, coming out of our body, and we're going to figure out ways to dominate and win this division. That's what this team should be able to do. And when they can look back and say, okay, this was the reason why we won, and this was the reason why we lost, minimize the reason why you lost, and figure out ways to win. Look, we talk about goals. We talked about not looking for validation. We talk about also accreditations. Look, time is always the measure of all of them, right? Think about this. We do know that when Jerry Jones bought that $3.2 billion stadium, there's a certain time parameter. Can you imagine if the stadium was supposed to be built in 2 to 3 years and it took him 10, that how he will feel about that situation? Do you imagine, or could you imagine that all of the hard money, all of the time, all of the planning that he put into place, and he had a goal in mind for them to complete that stadium within 3 years, and they still saying that, well, we got to come up with the parts. We still learning how to tighten this screw up. We still got to get the right personnel to set up these support beams. You see, a lot of times people are going to look at it and say, hey, you failing us, man. You done had us investing all of this money, and it's going beyond the time frame that you said that you was going to get this thing going. That's the reality of what we're looking at. Time is the measure of everything. So, as we talk about this, Jason Garrett time is expiring. And what they're saying is with Jason Garrett, collectively speaking, for those who make plans and for those who does these type of analysis, risk analysis and things like this and beyond, is that, okay, it's good that you got this win. It's good that we are first place in our division. It's good that you set forth and said that you're going to have this accomplished. However, everyone has a reason, but results are what matters. And I'm looking for that end result. I want you to see if you can get this team to host a Lombardi Trophy. It's been 10 years. That's what they're supposed to say when you're talking about setting forth a goal or putting that plan in action. You got to execute that total action. Now, is Jason Garrett out there making tackles? No. Is he catching the balls? Is he throwing the balls? No. But he's coaching the team. And that's just the end of the day. He's coaching the team. I use this analogy, and I have yet to find anybody to out-debate me on this. You see these lights around in this house? I pay for them. You think if I miss payment, that all of a sudden they're going to look for my daughter and saying, hey, we see that your daddy didn't make the payment. What's going on? It's your responsibility to make the payment. No. It's my responsibility. I'm the head of this household. And it's also about preventive maintenance. What you mean about that, Long? If she leaves the light on in the room, I let her know that she left the light on. But it's up to me to also cut it off. But I have to explain to her that if you leave this light on, it's going to be a direct effect on something else. You see what I'm saying? It's going to increase this bill. So it's up to me. It's up to me to direct that. It's up to me to tell and to teach and educate the people that comes into this household how law runs this house, you see. That's enough of me giving you guys analogies, but I know you guys can get the bigger picture. And I know sometimes it's hard to see the picture when you are in the frame, but I want you all to step out of the frame and look at it from the outside looking in. And you can see that it's been 10 years, that even though that Jerry Jones have been putting his toe all in the water, it's still been 10 years. So should we look back at this game and say, okay, give Jason Garrett all the credit? Yes, here's the cookie. Yes, you got the credit for winning this game. But let's stack these games on top of each other. Let's dominate against the Eagles. Let's know their tendencies. Let's know their flaws as well. And let's dominate. Let's push forward. Let's think positive. Let's figure out ways that we can shape and shift this thing around and get this thing going in the right direction. We got a long journey ahead of us. And our main goal and our end goal is to win the Super Bowl. It can quite be possible if all 53 men are singing from the same tune, are on the same page, and we play like we played against the LA Rams, and we play like we played against the Eagles the first time, and we play like we played against I'm just going to pull up this team, the Miami Dolphins. I think that was a real good game because that was a game that everybody had both running backs had 100-yard receiving and 100-yard rushing, and the quarterback was able to throw the ball down the field. So those are complete games. So we've seen this team before. We just don't want to see that Jets team when we played against the Jets. We don't want to see that team. We want to see this Dallas Cowboys team like we played it when we played against those LA Rams. All right, Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate you all. Let's continue to grind. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all that hitting that thumb up button and subscribing and these sorts of things. Let me know of your thoughts. Let me know of your opinions. Let that friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Dallas Cowboys Sports Talk and Beyond. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace.